Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Erik Jones's 2015 Gamestop Power to the Players Joe Gibbs Racing number 20 Toyota Camry. Very, very cool to have this diecast in the collection. So, without further ado, let's start taking a look at this paint scheme a bit closer. Guys, remember, this is a rookie car as well for Erik Jones. The 2015 NASCAR Xfinity Series season diecast, which is really, really cool. And yeah, this car is, you're probably going to notice, couple little dings and scratches. It's not perfect, but it is in reviewable condition. And we're going to do our best. But the car, the scheme looks really, really cool. It really looks like it's going to be a fun diecast review. So I went through my collection, found it. And I was like, you know what, let's do a diecast review of it. And this thing definitely takes me back to a time when GameStop was in NASCAR and Erik Jones was at Joe Gibbs Racing, still in the Xfinity Series. So, this is almost like a time capsule for Erik Jones. Wow, that's cool. He's got number 20 right there. Tell you something that was not my fault, though, out of all the defects on this car, the little nicks and scratches, that crooked Camry was not done by me. That was a Lionel. So if you want to blame Lionel for one thing, blame them for that. But, by the way, as well, if you watch Denny Hamlin Xfinity car review, this is actually meant to be like the same style Camry and all that. However, Lionel redid the mold from this to that Xfinity Camry. So kind of a little fun fact right there. Of course, that's why this one, unlike the Denny Hamlin review, is going to have the big splitter. You got the Mickey Mouse ears on the wing, just things like that. So this mold was kind of reworked. The number 20 Camry, Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota, GameStop, Power to the Players. Really, really cool that they included their slogan on there. You got NASCAR Xfinity, Moog, Mao, Comp, Edelbrock, and Sunoco. A lot of contingencies on here, guys. You got Goodyear, Mechanics Wear, Holley, 3M, K&N, Duralast, Brakes, and Simpson. Rest in peace, Duralast Cup Series. That's gone. You got the NASCAR race car. And here we go with the chips. You got a pretty nasty chip right there. And a chip on the NASCAR race car logo. It was probably me, so don't worry. Don't freak out. That was probably when I had it in storage. So, it could have came like that, or it could not have came like that. Who knows? Lionel, you just never know with their quality. NASCAR Xfinity Series. The poll stickers, it looks like. 21, the poll stickers. MSD ARP. Then you have Erik Jones, number 20. And, my God, I have to read those contingency sponsors, which there are quite a few. So I'm going to do my best to read as many as I can. You have Toyota, GameStop, Sun Energy 1 is on this car. Yeah, Sun Energy 1 was actually a Gibbs sponsor as well. Reeser, Siemens, is that Siemens? Oh, Hisense. That's what that is. That's Hisense. Sports Clips, Interstate Batteries, and Joe Gibbs Racing. Quite a bit of B-Pillar sponsors right there. You got Sun Energy 1 with the old style Sun Energy 1 logo. Mac Tools, Freightliner, Sherwin-Williams, and Lincoln Welders. Number 20, GameStop. And you're going to have Reese's, Fine Foods, and Freightliner on the corner panel of the car. If my camera can focus in on this diecast, that would be wonderful. There you go. On the back, you have Camry. You got Toyota XSE for Extra Special Edition Camry. You got GameStop, number 20. A bold black outline to the Toyota logo. That's nice. And, of course, the yellow cheese stick block cheese rookie stripes right there. And, of course, you got GameStop right there. Jones and GameStop. And for the paint scheme itself now, it's got all black, spray painted it all one color. The yellow Goodyears, I'm going to start pointing out the Goodyear colors now if I haven't already. American Ethanol, this was before the bioethanol fuel era. The front, you're going to start out with the two white thick stripes. Across the front right there. You have the red stripes just spaced out a little more. And then spiking towards the middle, leaving like this little point on the edge with the black going through it, spaced out. And of course, you have a very spiky, sharp design. So you got two spikes I gotta find a different way to describe that, but you got 2 spikes right there, one longer than the other, 2 white spikes. They're all going through the contingencies, by the way. You got a little red spike right there, a longer one next to that. Very, very sharp, angular design, man. And of course, you got the red spiking through with the red and black. So you got the red, white, red, and then of course black side skirts, more white spikes across the side with the black one in the middle. Very nice how they have a middle one as well, like just through the middle of the 20, black spiking through, and of course the black side skirt. And of course on the quarter panel, a black spike and then a white spike. Very, very sharp. Very sharp looking, very modern looking. This still looks good to this day. This car is like a couple years old and it still looks very modern. And of course, the whole back of it is going to be red. And of course, my favorite part of this scheme, the spiking on the back with the black, the white, and the black, with the white in the middle, and it's the longest. That's my favorite part. I remember this car being in NASCAR 15 on the cup mold, and I'm like, wow, this is a sharp, beautiful paint scheme. Really nice car. I was like, man, I liked playing with this car in NASCAR 15. I gotta be honest, this was a cool scheme to use on little side races and things like that. Which, by the way, this was part of, like, as far as I remember, NASCAR 15 marketing. They put Erik Jones in the game with this scheme. And now that's why I bought the diecast, because I wanted this car to go with that game. You have, of course, a Gamestop on the roof, because its scheme is all black, red, and white. You have a white outline, a black outline, and a red number fill-in. And for the door, this kind of looks like a 20 that we kind of have today with the ream scheme and such. Any black and red themed 20 Toyota cars for Joe Gibbs is going to have 9 times out of 10 this color scheme. The black outline, the red outline, and the white number fill-in. Really, really nice. Very iconic number font. The number 20 is a really cool NASCAR font. It's probably top 10 favorite number fonts for me in NASCAR. It just looks really, really cool and very sharp. Got the front right there with the white version of the 20, which was on the side, and the back is going to have its own... Actually, you know what? It is the same 20, just on the red backdrop. And the top of it is all black, and of course, you're going to have a bit of a black stripe. So here's another thing I'm going to point out. See the black, where it has like the white spiking and the red? In the middle of all that, which is like right here, it's going to move. Wow, I just invented a new word. It's going to move in the middle, up past the 20, through the rear quarter window, and onto the rear fin right here. So that's really cool to see that. Very, very cool, because it separates the red from the black very, very nicely. Just a cool blend. Everyone knows that black, red, and white is a popular color scheme amongst designing. Not only just in racing, but like any like aspect of designing. This is always kind of a cool color scheme to use. And a majority of this car is black, which actually makes the red and white pop out more. You kind of see how that works? I mean, the white would have also been good with the black spiking. Maybe inverse those colors, and you'll probably have an even cooler secondary scheme. But I'd say for the most part, in all the races, this scheme looks the best as is. This is a beautiful looking car. Just very sharp, very modern. It's the black, the white, and the red. Super duper sharp. I remember getting this at the Joe Gibbs Racing shop. Excited, bringing it home and just having it in the collection. And just having it as sharp as it is. I did not have a lot of Xfinity cars back then when I first got this. So that's why another reason I was excited to get this back then. Something was telling me I want a Gamestop diecast in my collection, so I went and I got one. And look at that spoiler. Just look at the chips on it. Like I said, that's more of a me thing, not Lionel. That just shows you this diecast has some age to it, man. This thing's been in the collection for quite a long time. I was quite young. 2015, I was really young. So know that I was smart enough to go and get this car, even for the $8. It was worth it. It really was. And of course, you have the black Mickey Mouse ear spoilers. Remember when those were a thing? Man, this is taking me back to a time. Like, look how much detail. Like, you could hear that. How, like, textury that is. Got the nails and the boltings and the line in the middle. This was back when they had the big spoilers in Xfinity. They stopped doing that, which is why Lionel had to rework their mold, as you saw in the Denny Hamlin review. So here's the front of the car, here's the hood, here's the right side, here's the back, here's the deck lid, Here's the roof. Here's the left side. And the bottom, the chassis of the car, which is on the EL mold. So very, very cool. Very cool diecast. Like I said, it's not perfect in quality, but when is anything perfect? Heck, I'm not perfect. So how am I expecting all these little cars to all be perfect? Anyways, guys, this car, you could probably still get it at, like, little tents and maybe discount clearance racks and, like, diecast stores. Not quite sure of how you can come across this one nowadays. But, of course, you know, there are always ways to get these things, even though they're very hard, because NASCAR diecasts are some of the most difficult collectibles to come around. Fun fact right there. It's been a proven fact, as I've been collecting these things for a long time. And that's been a big occurrence to me. So if you want this diecast, I'd say start scrolling eBay, Amazon, and hopefully you find it there. And yeah, just a beautiful car. I'll give you a couple more close-ups of it. Just a beautiful... I would love to see GameStop come back with this type of livery on here, man. Just beautiful, beautiful scheme. Just my favorite part, the back especially. I mean, just look how sharp that looks. I know the yellow stripes are kind of brightening that up a little bit more. The camera's reacting to it, but it still looks fantastic. Man, this thing is gorgeous. So yeah, I do not plan on selling this, so don't put any comments asking me about if I'm going to sell you this car. I'm not. Okay, this car is for my collection. A beautiful black and red GameStop car. I only have like 2 GameStop cars. I got a silver rookie special car and then this one. For all I know, there could have been more of these GameStop cars made, and man, I'd love to get after them because, man, the GameStop cars are just beautiful. Thank you all for checking out this video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And just a lot of special memories with Erik Jones back in the Xfinity series. Of course, him taking it up against, you know, the early stars. Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, William Byron, and of course, in this paint scheme, making a name for himself. Just an iconic diecast for Erik Jones fans. You're going to want to collect this if you like Erik Jones. Just a big, monumental part of his career. This paint scheme is. So, thank you all for checking out this video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.